ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die.
You like the setup, man? Look at the setup.
I like this. Like, yo, the boy is
like the Starship Enterprise, like a motherfucker.
You got battery packs now. We
Damn,
wireless,
we that's
wireless
on
up in here,
location.
son.
That's when we go on location, my brother.
See, boy.
Damn, it is different with the headphones, huh?
I know, right?
We gotta get those headphones. My bad. My bad.
It sounds good.
You want to wear the headphones?
No, man.
Okay.
I don't leave you out there like that.
Well, because I feel like I'm not hearing you.
That would be a team
I'm not
deal.
hearing the black steel in there. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, it's different.
What's up, my brother?
What's the dilly? What's the dilly?
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen you like in
been
weeks,
a month
man.
of Sundays. A Coons Day if y'all from the South. Y'all know about
Lord,
that.
here we go, G
You
Burrow.
from the South, man, like you don't know what a month of
G-Burrow,
Sundays
yeah,
is.
but
Yeah. Anyway, what's up, y'all? It's Rayshawn B right here.
All right, Shaka Shabazz in the place to be. In the building.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up, man? I feel like I ain't seen you forever, man.
I know.
Everything been going, but I got a little cold last week.
I know.
First
You got
cold in
a
2
cold.
years.
I got sciatica. God damn.
They trying to get us. Whoever out there, y'all better chill, man. We still gonna do our thing.
Still gonna do it. We
popping
still
this.
here, baby.
What, son?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he ready. Yeah, he was like, y'all ready to get this thing
I'm
on
ready today,
He
man.
was ready.
A lot has happened,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Shout out. Get the shout outs going,
Get them
my brother.
done, all right?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all know what's up. We at the Nook. One more again. We at that Nook. So, yeah, 4231 East Indian School Road here in Phoenix, Arizona. You know what it is, right here in the heart of Arcadia. Y'all be sure to stop into the Nook Kitchen where the food is great, the drinks is great, the service is great. It's all great. Get you in the Godfather's booth. You know what's up. Tell them RAYSHON&SHAKA sent you.
Yeah, the drinks are on point. Thank you so much, Nook, for hosting us and allowing us to do this.
Yeah.
I want to give a little shout out, man. This week I was invited to be a guest on the Gray Space Network. It's a podcast by a couple of brothers named Dray and Zek, Zek. Awesome brothers, man.
Yeah, man. I saw it. It looked like it was good stuff.
Yeah, man. You know, I've represented the
like,
RAYSHON&SHAKA podcast.
He was like the Shaka&Shaka podcast.
Yeah,
I heard
you know.
He was like the Shaka&Shaka podcast.
I was like, I offed my partner. Gear. He ain't here.
Boy, he gets gangster with it.
Ooh, so where's your partner? I was like, gear. I was.
He with us in spirit.
Yeah, I'm running this. He won't be joining us anymore. Man, no, seriously, man. We represented really good brothers. Shout out to the Gray Space Network.
Shout out.
We plan on collaborating in the future. Also, shout out to TJ Super, who linked that up for us, man. Really good cats, man. They got the same mindset we got about networking and putting Phoenix on the map with these podcasts.
That's how you do it.
And yeah, man, good. So I'll just leave it at that with them. Yeah, real good folks. And I know you got some shout outs.
I got a little shout out. You know, if y'all got some pains and things, you know, your boy's here. Canafil, CBD, Canafil. You got to look that up right there.
Put it in the camera, man.
Oh, you see it, man. Wait, you can see it anyway.
There you go. Oh yeah, man, all up in there.
It's almost there. You can almost say Canafil. Let me see if you get to the top. That's what the symbol look like.
Okay. All up in there. Damn.
Yeah. You gotta
put
check
it
them
all
out.
up in their face.
Check them out. CBDs, all types of things, drops. The vibe is great if you have any type of drinks. It makes everything it's kind of like one of those equalizers. If you're feeling down, it just kind of raises you up. If you're kind of going, it just settles you out. So it's that CBD. It gives you the balance. This is full spectrum. So everybody, you will feel the difference in your body with the CBD. All natural, of course, holistically sourced. Give it up for Canafil. If you go on their website, you find something you want, use Black Steel, BLAKSTEEL, for a nice little discount there.
All right,
yeah.
Dang.
So, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
So what's up?
Man.
What's been going on in your life before we get started?
Just repping, the podcast, trying to get the word out there. And also, trying to get this, repping African American made, trying to, get the word out on it. I got three new episodes in the last 3 weeks, so check those out. Yeah.
They all ladies too, I see. Yeah, I see how you do it. That's my man's in them.
Well, I'll tell you this, man, since you brought that up. The ladies are on their grind out here.
All right.
They are on their grind, and they have no problem with saying, let's set it up. Yeah, I could do it, blah, blah, blah.
Right. They ready.
No shade to the brothers, but they be flaky sometimes. You got to run behind them and catch them. But the sisters like, yo, when can we do it?
They ready to get on that screen.
So shout out to the sisters out here.
Shout out, sisters.
Yeah.
Sisters.
As hard as some people are on you guys,
Pause.
Some people,
Sister.
My man got the runs. He had to go to the bathroom real quick. Wait till you get back. But check out the Black Steel Fitness. Go and check out his YouTube channel and check out his gym, man. He's got a very awesome gym. Does a lot of different things over there, from yoga classes to HIIT classes, personal trainers, the whole deal. So check out Black Steel Fitness here in Phoenix, in the Phoenix area. Also check out African American Made. I showcase and promote African American businesses operating here in the greater Phoenix area. Some very good interviews I've done recently, and some I've done in the last year you might want to check out. Maybe some people that offer services or expertise and products that you may want to take advantage of. So check out those programs and meet some of the wonderful entrepreneurs operating here in the greater Phoenix area. If you can, whenever you have a moment, please hit that notification bell so you know when we're on and when the next broadcast is going to be showing. And comment and leave email. We have an email address, so drop us a line. Tell us what kind of programs you'd like to hear, what you'd like to hear us talk about. Comment about what we said, whether you like what we're doing, you don't like what we're doing, or you have some subject ideas. We'd be happy to engage with you on that level as well. You could check us out on Instagram. You could check us out on this YouTube channel, obviously, TikTok, and X, formerly known as Twitter. So we're trying to get this channel growing. We're trying to get more people engaged. We have a lot of fun things coming up in the new year that we want you to be a part of. So please, please, please support us by subscribing to the channel. We're trying to get those numbers up. Guys, we have 49 subscribers. Come on now. 49 subscribers. Can we get 50? Can we get 50?
You sound like NPR.
Can we get 50?
Yeah, but I second that.
49. Y'all fucking with us.
Yeah, they is. But
give us 51.
Can we
50.
get 65?
I've been looking at 49 all day, just waiting for it to bloop.
Yeah, this is the moment right here.
Yeah, this is the moment right here. You could save a life.
We need to do get the face. All we need is one subscription a day.
That's all we need.
It saves lives, feeds kids, and saves dogs.
There you go.
All we need is just one subscription. For the time it takes you to tap your TV on, scroll up your phone, turn your turn signal on, you can subscribe to the RAYSHON&SHAKA podcast and save a life or 5.
Yes.
It is up to you, because only you can prevent forest fires.
The lines are open right now. Remember those old commercials?
Oh man, them Teletron, them
be on all day long.
Was it Telo, everything, whatever.
Yeah.
They used to get Dick Clark or somebody to do it.
Yeah.
They be on all day, man. And that's back in when you had regular TV, so there were no other channels.
The
you
other
just have
3
one
channels
other
might have it
channel.
all too. So you
like, dang, man.
Telethons. The
Telethon, yeah, they be
telethons.
on board trying to raise some money.
They used to raise a grip of money too.
They be getting it.
You have
Speaking of that, I just
Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, Jerry, that's his name. Jerry Lewis used to be running that joint. Who else used to run them? It was mainly him.
There was a bunch of people.
And what was that dude? Barney Fife used to do one, didn't he?
Barney Fife?
Yeah, what's his name? Barney Fife off of Mayberry.
I forget his name,
Yeah,
but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that cat.
Damn, it's amazing. All the names I can't think of right away.
Yeah,
Watched every day on TV.
Man. Because the cell phone, I don't remember nothing no more.
Just Google it, man.
I don't remember the phone numbers, man. I used to know a grip of phone numbers. Now I know.
Still know my grandmother's phone number.
I know
from
3
40
phone
years
numbers.
ago.
My grandparents' phone number, my mother's phone number, and her old work phone number.
There you go. I
And
bet
of
you
course
still
my
call
phone.
that too.
Huh?
Is my mom right there? Baby, your mama retired 15 years ago, baby. She's not here. I just had to do. I had to. I don't know why. We get along so well. I had to mess it up. Didn't I? I messed it up.
Dang, this thing is
It's
gonna
the
be
headphones. It's the
Josiah.
lack of headphones.
I know. See,
No, we're not doing. No, we're not doing
Yeah,
Josiah.
yeah.
I have too much respect for you. For
boy, that lighting about to
I have way too much
that lighting
respect for
about
you.
this cat. Yeah. Speaking of fundraisers, though, y'all, I was at the NICU event yesterday.
What's that?
This is NICU, so Neo Intensive Care Units.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just letting you know. You said,
what
"What's that?" So I'm just answering this time instead of saying, "Why you asking me questions?"
Oh, dumbass motherfucker! I know what it is, man.
Well,
What
some
you-
people don't. That
Yeah, that's
mean they
true.
dumb.
Yeah, yeah. So you was at a fundraiser.
Respect, man. Yeah. I was all bougie up there at
Were you?
I had.
Did
my
you have
suit
on like
Yeah,
your
I
day
had-
clothes?
Yeah, I had my real clothes, my suit.
Well, you
I
should
had
take
a suit.
pictures,
I
man.
took a few, man. You know I'm terrible
Okay.
about that. I got
Who's
a few.
sponsoring
I
it?
So it was Mayo Clinic. So one of my clients spearheads it, Stacy Lovell. So it's excellent event. It's been up 6 years in. I think their goal was to raise $400,000 for the unit. You know, all the devices, the machines, of course, and just having a good time, man. Just hobnobbing with all the rich folks.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
RAYSHON was walking around there like he was like one of them.
No peace
checking
leave?
them out.
You didn't get no peace leave?
No, I ain't get no peace leave. I got some looks. I got some things, but
looks
most of
ain't peace leave.
them had them rings on. Them rings the size of daggone. What you looking at me for, girl? Unless we gonna share that ring, we gonna share them profits from that ring. She, boy, I'm looking at some of them, man. That ring look like. It was sitting there like this. Clink,
Damn!
Don't be
You're like,
eyeing
baby,
me.
ain't nothing I can do for you.
It's only one thing I can do for you.
You're like, where your husband at?
Right? Let me talk to this cat. Hey, bro, let me put in some news here.
Right, I'm not even
Your
interested
chick
in
was
you.
looking at me.
I want to talk to the man that put that shit on
Your
you.
chick was looking at me. You might need to get rid of her. We split that ring.
Yeah,
You know, you come out better.
Yeah,
You just
no doubt.
give me half that million right there.
Damn.
Yeah, but nah, it was good stuff, man. I love
All
that
right,
thing.
that's enough of the
Yeah.
small talk. What we got today?
Oh man, you don't like the small talk.
You know,
man.
we
Why
on
don't you like the
time
small
now, my
talk?
brother. We got
we time.
we got battery powered
We got time.
stuff
You
now.
said 2 hours.
No, that was from the
Said
start of
no.
me turning the lights on, which was an hour ago.
Oh, excuse
Yeah,
me.
so-
Well, small talk. First thing, you know, one of my topics. Did you know men's neck musculature? It gives it informs perceptions of parental abilities or the lack of parental abilities in long-term relationships. So, for instance, women subconsciously or whatever look at men's necks and they make subtle judgments on if you're going to be a stable father, if you're going to be a good night, if you're going to be like
A good night, as in
a good night, as in you going home with them.
okay, all right.
You know,
yeah, that's
like-
what I thought you meant, but I wanted the people to understand what you
Oh,
said.
they know what I'm talking about. A good night.
Okay, well,
y'all
all
know
right
what I'm talking
then.
about. That right there. Y'all know what it's talking
All
about.
right, there you
But
go.
yeah, they said the neck musculature defines it, or more so the traps part. Like it defines on what's going on with the lady. So yeah. So if
And that was a study.
it was a study, yeah, like a straight up real study right there, man. And it was saying that the smaller traps, the more a woman sees them as a more stable person, where it's going to raise a child and be at the home. While the larger traps, there's more like, okay, it's a protector, but at the same time, this dude just probably going to bang it out and dip out, you know.
Wow.
I know, right?
Damn.
I'm about to raise them
I
traps
wonder
up
how
another
much. I
level.
wonder how much money they got for that study. 'cause
I'm gonna
that
raise
sound-
my traps a little more, just because.
So all the men that raised their children with skinny necks are pissed off. What are you talking about? I raised all these little bastards.
That's what they say. So I'm just saying.
I'm responsible.
Yeah. but what I mean is, but I'm responsible
But
too.
ain't your neck proportion to like the rest of your body sometimes?
can be.
Unless you're awkwardly built.
You can be, or you
So
can.
if you're a slender
you can-
guy, how can you have a big neck as
so
a
you can
slender
work on
guy?
it. You can actually use weights behind and lift. You can do what's like a headstand. So you actually put your head on the ground and you have your hands and you roll your neck around on the ground, so it strengthens the muscles. So boom, you can do heavier lifting with the traps, the breathing, the tension actually makes the neck a little bigger. So yeah. Yeah, you can actually grow your
Should've
neck.
told
So
me that
fellas,
like 20 years
if you
ago.
want to grow your neck, there's ways to do it. If you want to come in and get that nice little what's that? What I call it? That good night. You want to be that good night to her. Get that neck. It's so different without
So
these
they
headphones.
perceive. I know it is.
Dang.
So they perceive that, right?
Yeah, they perceive that's just like
Yeah.
a subconscious deal.
Like a mating call.
yeah,
or something.
yeah. That's right. It's that maiden.
Well, they don't need a study for that. A brother shows up with pow, pow. Yeah.
Who's that cat? Remember that meme with the cat with the head? He had the neck that went out there. I mean, that ain't gonna work. But he had the skeleton. Well, I don't know what that neck was like. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all seen him on there.
What the hell you
He was
talking
out of Florida as a brother, and they used to joke on him, man. So his head was here, his neck came here, like his shoulder. Like,
so he had no neck.
He had all neck.
Oh.
He was like just neck.
Oh.
The neck man. The naked man.
So it was like
he was just
a
neck.
deformity or something? Or?
I don't know if he worked it out or whatever. I ain't follow it.
So that was like a meme?
It was a meme. It was a story. It was
Here my questions go.
It was all that, man. Yeah, I was ready. For some reason, they don't sound as pungent without the headset. Keep asking ways, man.
I can slip all the questions from the last 6 weeks on you.
You know, man. I'm like, oh yeah, they sound aggressive.
What about those UFOs, man? I'll get all the answers. No.
Matter of fact, speaking of UFO, happy full moon, everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to get the full moon out there. I forget if it's a harvest moon or which one, but happy full moon. If you ain't got a chance, go out there and check it out.
All right.
You got to keep your eyes to the skies.
Up, man. Damn.
As above, so below. Keep your eyes to the sky. He sent them music too.
Yeah. Damn. We got the, pow in the house,
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. You're good for you. You got that thing in front of you, kid.
No headphones, no problem. Still got them jokes. But yeah, man, so that was just something there. And then the second one, I was looking at it and I was very intrigued. I want to live to 102 years old. That's like my goal, people. 102. Healthy, brain, mind working well, body working well, 102. It's a lady, a sister up in Ohio. And she's at 102 right now, and they were just kind of asking her what's going on. Well, two things I found interesting. One, most people that live over 100 have the Mediterranean area, so they're called the green zones. So you're talking about like Japan or Mediterranean, tropics, where they get a lot of fish and a lot of things like that. Well, she's Ohio, so that's really a big difference. And being black, that's like a big difference. I think she's like Jamaican and Cuban descent. But so it was just interesting because she still dances. She does TikToks with her granddaughter. But she eats mostly grains and oils. She's eaten nothing prepackaged for the last whatever many years. So just a healthier lifestyle. She fixes all her things, eats lots of fruits.
And when did she start this? Like early in life or later in life?
I think at 102, even if you started 40 years ago, and it's called later in life, 60, she still had 40 years of healthy eating. But I know she hasn't eaten prepackaged food probably for about 40 or so years. She did most of the cooking in her life, because being Jamaican and Cuban descent, so she had that background there. But she throws in a lot of Indian type cuisine with it too. So yeah, that was just interesting, man. It wasn't nothing extra.
So it's strictly diet, or it could be a combination of. Well, genetics have a lot to do with it too. Though.
I think genetics, but also the exercise. So she also walks and she does every morning she gets up and does like a little 20-minute little workout, just moving her body, getting that blood going. So y'all, it's possible. 102 is gonna be my goal.
Is she like still having sex?
I don't know. I mean, that's gonna be a goal too when I'm 102.
Nobody gonna want to have sex with you, Randall.
If she's 98, she is.
You would have sex with 70, a 98-year-old woman.
If she's 70, she is. That's a young chick. If I'm 102.
Yeah, but she's still an elderly woman, man.
Well, she better be in shape. If she that low, what she got to lose?
So you're gonna look for a woman that's in shape?
If I'm 102 and she's 95, 90, 78, 85, whatever, she can
just
get
because
it.
you're alive don't mean you ain't gonna be crickety.
She can get it. I said healthy.
Yeah, but that don't mean you're still gonna be crickety though.
Man, that's all right.
You'd be like, I live to be 110 years old.
Mm-hmm. And on last
I ain't been out of this house in 30 years.
No, man. Well, as long as she coming in and visiting, that's fine too. Visitors come on in.
Would you be trying to get somebody young, like 50?
I probably wouldn't go in there thinking like, man, it'd be fun to look at, but I'd get something like, man, she got to be at least 70. She got to be at least 70. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need something. I ain't trying to throw my hip out of socket.
Well, that don't mean you can't, take it easy.
I'm gonna take it easy with a young girl, man. I don't have to go ahead and give her the biz.
With all due respect, she won't be young. She'll just be younger than you.
If she 45, 50?
Yeah, that's not young. No, 50 is not young.
If I'm 102, that's a baby. I probably was doing her grandmama.
probably.
And her mama. And that's your turn. Anyway. So, what I really wanted to ask about. So, question for you. You know, we're seeing this a lot of store closures. The economy is going crazy. A lot of major store closing. You know, like Target is closing in major cities right now.
Really?
Have you heard that? Oh man, yeah. So they're citing it because of a lot of looting, kind of like CVS did.
A lot of looting.
They're getting looted. Like people just coming in mob stealing. You know, you get the mob. Everybody gets together. They run into the store.
No, I know what it is, but I'm saying
boom,
like
and they get out. Bed Bath and Beyond did it. CVS and Cali's been doing it. Or you know, they close a lot of those stores. Walmart has a lot of places that's been doing their closing stores in Portland and things. And
so they're strictly.
The
well, let me ask you, because are they closing their stores because of looting or because of the economy overall?
I mean, I think it's a hand-in-hand thing, but the looting is major cause of the losses. The economy is a hindrance on them.
Yeah, because of looting.
But then you put looting on top of that, and it's not like somebody's stealing a small little TV or somebody's selling, like, it's like 50 people running in, just cleaning out the whole shelves and gone.
Yeah, but I would think that a looting here and there would not impact the entire company. Of course, that would be a loss for that store for that one time, unless they were looting a store every week, the same store, and they say, you know what, we're just losing too much money.
It's regular. It's not just
so
like
there's
once.
A store that they're looting multiple times.
Of course, in the hood, it's hitting the hood. So we're getting it.
So they're only looting stores in the hoods that the stores are in.
You got shoplifting happening elsewhere around different countries.
Yeah, but you said
cities.
hoods.
But in the hoods, it's a lot of people that are setting up.
Because most hoods
vans.
don't have Targets.
They have
most
Targets. They have the Walmarts. They have them close
most
by.
of them don't. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But they're happening very close to.
So
these
the ones that have looting are only the stores that are located in the
lower income neighborhoods. They're closer.
So closer is not in the end.
Well, closer in, yes. In other words,
sound to me that they're just blaming black people for looting, because looting is not, when they identify these people in most places, they're not black people that are doing it.
So here's the deal. I said all that,
and I say hood like all black people live in hoods.
So I'm saying all that to say, how is that now going to work when we're talking about our neighborhoods and regentrification? Is this the first step that's going on to reclaim some of these things? Because you know, a lot of times,
reclaim what?
The neighborhoods, the
by
hoods,
whom?
the lower socioeconomic areas.
Reclaim by whom?
By reclaim regentrification. Well, where wealthier white people come in and buy the land up very cheap, and then regentrify it and make it a more wealthy or established area. Kind of like in Phoenix when you're talking about the Roosevelt neighborhood, or when you're talking about New York with different places, Harlem.
Okay, but those places is not. Okay, so historically regentrification, which I've recently kind of changed my mind about what gentrification, but gentrification is.
Mm-hmm.
Gentrification in and of itself is not a bad thing for a neighborhood.
Correct.
It benefits everyone. The
Correct.
problem is the people that historically lived there can't afford to live there anymore and are pushed out, and they have nowhere else to go that they can afford.
Correct.
So that's the problem with gentrification.
Correct.
But gentrification in and of itself that benefits all the people that are natives of that neighborhood, with the addition of new people coming in, injecting new money or whatever revenue inside of that neighborhood, that is not bad.
Right.
I don't think any place wouldn't want its neighborhoods or its area to improve.
I agree with that.
Now, historically, gentrification has been because people have taken advantage of or pushed people out.
Right.
Their reasoning wasn't that because, Target got looted and now, we got to go in and do something and regentrify. That could be a reason for, and this is just in my mind. I'm not saying this is a fact across the board, but of course, opportunists can use that as an excuse to come in.
I mean, isn't that all they need is an excuse?
Yeah, but they don't need any reason that they can see that an area they can take over and make money from, they're going to do it.
So
don't need a good reason to do
when
that.
you create a food desert, when you create all these things, say if you got your store here, you close your CVS, you close your Walmart, you close your Target. Now this place has nowhere truly to get the items it needs other than some overpriced small stores or whatever.
But that's always been the case as a person coming from.
So that means that whatever neighborhood that was, it's going to start pushing the people that can't afford it out, because now property values can still go up, because now we know that most people can't afford the.
But they couldn't afford it anyway.
So now you're even doubling your rates now to try to get food and drug, because now you have to do travel to get there. So what are people going to do? Move out, move to another area, move out of the city, and then you have the next flow come back in. But as historically, you're going to find that it's not going to be, like you said, the people that were normally there. And I'm looking at in some of these neighborhoods, and I'm looking at where it could be predominantly black or minority. Is that going to be the next wave, or the next wave of gentrification, where it changes the face of that city, or changes the face of that neighborhood?
My observation is that it's not because of, and I know people are going to get upset with me, it's not because of these so-called looting things. I just don't think it's enough of it that happened that would make a company or corporations decide, oh, we're going to pull out. There's far more things going on in the economy that's making these people decide that. Now, they may use that as an excuse. For example, let's just say for 4 or 5 quarters, a CVS in an area is not doing as well as they projected or they want it to be.
Right.
It makes more sense for them to close that store than to keep it open, because the revenue is just not coming in the store. Of course, and because theft happens all over the place. I'm not saying that can't be a contributing factor, but I don't think that's the sole factor. They're saying, look, over the last 3 quarters, 4 quarters or whatever, this store is just not doing well here. From a PR standpoint, they can't say, we're pulling this store out of a predominantly black neighborhood or minority neighborhood because of that whole historical thing about food deserts, and they're not having that store in that area. So they say, oh, well, it's because of all this looting going on. That's my projection of it. That's not
it would sound better if they said that, hey, it's because the numbers just aren't matching. We can't keep it up.
Because that's happened. It's happened over and over and over before. I can give you
stores. They close stores for
all
that.
the time.
But they are.
But why this time?
They're citing looting, because they're saying, hey, we can't go after looters. You can't. If somebody shoplifts less than $1,000, there's nothing done. So that means there's no recourse that you can take for that. It's just free money gone. You're not as a staff supposed to touch anybody, because then you become.
Well, they shouldn't be doing that.
If you still
just call the police.
The police are not going to do anything.
What do you mean they're not going to do anything?
They don't do anything if it's less than $1,000 per person. One, you have to catch the person.
Well, right.
You can't so you can't touch them and catch them. If you catch them,
well, you shouldn't be doing that. I mean, you're putting your own self at risk when you do that.
But if you're doing that, you're putting yourself at risk. But if it's my store, maybe I want to put my shit at risk. This is my fucking store.
Yeah, but there's a legal system, though.
But how do I get you to the legal system unless I catch your ass?
Well, the only thing that you're going to do is this,
but
because
I get sued because of that.
Of course, yeah.
So
and that's your liability, because you should.
So,
if you, and I'm gonna let you make your point. I just want to say this real quick. What people want is an immediate satisfaction, right? They don't understand the laws. You don't have to, police in most jurisdictions, they don't have to arrest somebody to give them a summons and make them appear in court.
Right.
That person appears in court. Let's just say I go to Walmart and I steal something and I walk out and someone call the cops on me. The cops show up, they take my information, they make a report of what I stole or what have you, and they let me go. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, everyone watching that is going to say, what the fuck? Why you let him go? We got him. It doesn't matter if you let me go, because I have to appear in court before a judge, no different than if you arrested me, unless I had a warrant, they would, something bigger than watching me. And I appeared before a judge, and he let me go and say, you having a court date on such and such. That's where you will get your, you will get, what do you call it? You'll get not charged, but because you're already charged, but you'll get convicted or not for that crime.
Right.
the meat is in the conviction, not so much whether you let that person go or not. They're not off the hook, is what I'm saying. But what we want is immediate satisfaction of seeing that person, handcuffed. And
what you find is the officers are not responding to these calls.
They can't not respond to a call.
Have you ever tried to call on any type of homeless or anything going on in your neighborhood?
So what?
On your property? Have you ever tried to call on any type of homeless or shoplifting event?
See what I told you?
We hit our 30 minutes too. We need to restart.
See, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I knew it.
That's all right. What?
No, I didn't.
Hey, wait, y'all. Why is light on? Get back in the camera. Get back in the camera. Get back in the camera. No, man. Come back to the camera. Come back. I know. I just need to make this point real quick. Everybody, look how he did me.
Yeah.
Look, this guy light shining.
Welcome to the
put me in the shadow. He already know my show. Let me smile for y'all.
Welcome to the Blank and Shaka show.
God, dog,
Yeah.
boy, the disrespect.
Welcome to the Blank and Shaka show.
Y'all just follow the teeth up in here, in the eyes. Sing, son.
That's the way we do it, son.
See, that's how we do
right.
it.
That's called
You
sabotage.
that's true sabotage.
That's called taking over a program.
You know, I need a whole new subject now because, y'all, look at this.
I offered to fix it, but you don't.
Nah, man, no. Y'all gonna get this rest of this show like this.
So
I need y'all to see what I go. See, this is why we need you to subscribe so that y'all can get on here and tell Shaka he gotta treat me like he's supposed to. Y'all get on here and subscribe so this cat knows that somebody loves Ray-Shon.
Damn, that look good too.
Yeah, you do.
Damn.
Shine up in the light. Boy.
All right, since you want to continue though, so
Let's
explore this a little more.
So officers do not really come on a lot of calls now. As a business owner,
yeah, but that's do you talk to because police have always prioritized calls. Let me give you an example.
I agree with that.
So
but what I'm saying is they do not. There's less now, and it's very seldom that
there's
they're
a
responding.
reason for it, though. Is what I'm saying. That's
fine.
not what people are saying. People thinking that officers and police are just not showing up.
I mean,
police have always prioritized calls. If there, for example, if there's a car wreck where they have to order a manhunt or a stabbing or something like that where most of their resources are responding, or it's just a busy night in the city where they just don't have resources, they're prioritizing their call. So anybody, a shoplifter is way low on their priority.
I agree with that.
Even in the capacity that I'm familiar with, and I won't go into detail about what I do, but I experience that and I see that all weekly.
Yeah.
It's like if one thing is going on, me calling for X, Y, and Z, that's nothing compared to whatever they got else they're going on. And as much as people don't want to hear it, shoplifting is so low on the priority. And shoplifting is a misdemeanor.
And again, now it's definitely, well, it used to be a misdemeanor up until
it depends on the amount and all that.
But now their amount is much higher, so they really make less
and
costs.
That's subject to different cities and different. I mean, every jurisdiction, every city, every county, they got different laws about what is a felony, what is a misdemeanor. And if a person is a first time or, things like that.
I will say, since they changed that after the pandemic, it has been a very big difference with that. Being a business owner and having called before and pre-pandemic and having done things and watching my neighbors do the similar things, the responses are very different.
But the reason it's responses is what I'm. Well, no, but that's because that's important.
We agree with that.
That's
yes,
important. It's not because officers are saying, we just don't want to respond to that kind of stuff. There's a lot of reasons. And let me impart something else.
Yes, sir.
People these days are always making a big deal about there not being enough officers, or people are not. And I just had this conversation with a loved one yesterday. People are just not wanting to be police officers or whatever. That is not true. A lot of cities, they have a back. I mean, they're like, people are lining up to get these jobs. They're being more selective about who they're hiring.
Right.
There is no shortage of people that are applying for police to be police officers.
I agree, especially with times hard. That's
the other thing too. It's directly related to the economy and a jurisdiction's budget.
Yeah.
Let's just take recent events out of the equation.
Okay.
Cities all the time let police go because they don't have a budget to keep X amount of police. They're always asking for people, hey, you're near retirement, you have a choice, either retire or whatever. We got to let officers go, put people on furloughs because the tax dollars are not there to support them.
Right.
So people conflate a lot of these things. Now, I'm not saying some of that stuff that you're concerned about is not a factor, but we're forgetting all these other things that a municipality does when it comes to public workers.
So back to the original question. Do you think this is a ploy for gentrification? Do you think these things are the start of gentrification in neighborhoods?
What do you mean the start? Gentrification has been going on forever.
But it happens. It's not just like a continuous deal.
Well, it's happened in Brooklyn. Okay. It's happened in
that's a spot.
So it's happened in different parts of California.
It moves around.
No, it does not move around. It happens simultaneously all over the country.
Yes, but it can't only affect one area at a time. Like, so you may say it happened in California and New York at the same time.
Well, no,
but it was in this neighborhood.
But what I'm saying, different neighborhoods. Because remember, there are millions of neighborhoods around the country.
Of course, it's not one neighborhood in the whole country.
Yeah.
But
but what I'm saying is, people tend to think that gentrification is something that just happens, periodically here and there. It is always going on somewhere.
But what I'm saying is this in these areas here, is this the start in these areas?
Of what areas?
In the areas where the stores are missing, or the areas where they're closing down the stores.
I don't think so. No.
You think that's not going to cause that? You don't think that's going to be?
I think opportunities are going to come in, and those stores are going to be replaced by other stores. It happens all the time.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. So this is my idea. I'm not trying to act like I know everything, because I don't. This is just my thought about it. Walmart pulls out and they've done it many times from New Orleans. They pulled out of many areas in New Orleans, right? And then they end up building somewhere else. Sometimes a company will say, okay, we have 7,000 stores, 40 of these stores around the country are not doing well. Let's trim the fat.
So what pulled into the store that they pulled out?
Huh?
When they pulled out, what pulled in?
Oh, there could be another store that replaced it.
Or did you see another store come in, or was it just?
Or that area, that land, or that area that store was on, it gets bought by some company or some group or something, and they put something else up there.
Or does it just sit there?
It could sit there, but somebody's always willing to buy it.
Really? Okay.
It's always what areas have you seen a building overall? Something was there, and then 10 years later you go by and you say, oh, there used to be a such and such there. Yeah. Now it's a apartment complex or something. The economy is still always moving, man.
Of course.
I wouldn't get all excited because some stores closed up. Come on now.
Curious, man. I want to see.
But what I'm concerned about more than is they're blaming certain things that may have some impact, but it's not the sole reason.
Never the sole reason. I personally think it might be a large. I think it might be a large reason.
Yeah, there's these marauders, looters all over the place, and they're just shutting stores down. And you're forgetting that, companies and corporations do this all the time.
Right.
They're always closing stores.
Yeah.
They're always, I know of a company that's right now, they're getting ready to make this big project.
Okay.
Guess what they started doing? Which is nothing nuanced. But they started offering packages to their executives. Mm-hmm. They're not offering any overtime.
Right.
They're not really hiring new people.
Right.
Because they got a project going on, and from a macro level.
Yeah. You got to trim the fat. Make sure see who's productive.
Right.
Get rid of that.
So because they got this big project going on that they're got this money going toward.
Right.
We as regular people don't think about all that stuff, So, but from a PR standpoint, I think it's great to say, oh, we're closing the store because they just have looters. You would have to have looters on a periodic basis all the time for it to solely be that impact. A store losing $1,000, now mom and pop losing $1,000 would be detrimental. I mean, that would probably shut them down almost.
Yeah.
But a Walmart, a Target losing $1,000 now, they probably lose more than that. Just regular shoplifters every day.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you might be under misunderstanding. So if you have a group of say 50 people run in, and each one gets $1,000, each one gets $500. That does change a whole different scenario.
Not once.
Not once.
No, I don't think one time that would.
No, maybe not once, but if it happens multiple.
And see, that's why I keep asking you.
So
is
I
it the
do
same
know that-
looters going
I
to the
do know
same
they-
store
I do
once a
know
week,
they've
every
had-
Friday? Okay, it's 6
I
o'clock.
do
The
know
looters
some of these
about to
stores
come.
have been hit multiple times.
Okay.
I can't tell you every time or all that. Oh, thank you, brother. I can't tell you every
Thank
time.
you so much.
Thank you. My man.
Yeah, man,
He was
because
about to
mine
mess
is
him
better.
up. He was
Thank
about
you
to
so
mess
much,
him
my
up.
brother. Thank you, man.
Appreciate you, babe.
I really hate you being in the dark like that, my
I know,
brother, because
man.
I'm in the light.
I know,
Man.
like that's all right. That's all
Oh,
right.
this is a lesson learned. We know
Yeah,
what to do
man.
next time.
They see my bracelet. That's all. I'm gonna try my vibe. Get that vibe on here.
I was all happy about the batteries.
Yeah, you did good, man. You did good. Even though.
Well, I really got the batteries for the on-location stuff that we're going to do, so.
Yeah, you
So
did
it's
good.
important to know. But yeah, man. So I'm not discounting the fact that looters are not a factor or whatever.
So I'm not saying regular shoplifting. Like I get that. Like shoplifting happens, you get that built into the budget. But with the method of these things happening, and you can catch them online. It's almost like it's one of the girls actually is coming up on charges because they call her one of the organizers of these looting events.
So you're I won't say a conspiracy theorist, but you have a lot of notions about things.
I got notions about everything. I don't trust nothing.
This is my notion about that.
Okay.
I think a lot of this looting thing, I think is orchestrated by people who want to
I can agree with that.
create a narrative.
I agree with
It's
that.
no different than you
there we
have
go.
you have a protest, people that are protesting about something. Then you have this group of nefarious people that come from nowhere and they start throwing rocks and causing havoc, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, see, this is what these guys are. They're not peaceful protesters." When the real protesters of that situation have nothing to do with these implants that come in to disrupt them.
I can agree with
I
that.
think that's kind of the same thing that's happening with these situations that are the looters. You can pay a group of people to do anything.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I find it very hard to believe that.
Cheers.
I was waiting for you, my brother. You
I
get all set
appreciate
up
it.
with your CBD or
Yeah,
whatever
man,
that
I was
is.
getting it ready.
All right.
Cheers.
That.
Remember what we call straws.
Yeah. All right. Pause. That people are just these looting all over the place. Come on now. And the police are just folding their arms at the corner down the street saying, "Nope, we're not doing anything." I don't buy that. Because number one, and I will always say this, I will say this till the day I die, if you are any kind of public servant, especially a police officer or a first responder, it doesn't matter how you personally feel about anything. The public is paying you to do a job.
Yeah.
I could look at you all day long and say, "F you, I don't like you," but my tax dollars pay you. And you're supposed to be the professional. You took an oath to do a job. Now, you could be slow on your job or you can act like you don't want to do it sometimes, but you're getting paid to do a job. It's not like someone that's being enlisted
Right.
to do something against their own will. They didn't want to do it, and you say, "Okay, go out there and serve the public." You volunteered for that job.
Right.
So along with all the perks, giveaways, and goodies that you get with that job, you have to take the bad too. I worked in corrections for 8 years, and you wouldn't believe the negative stuff and the negative energy that you get from these people. But you still have to feed them every day. You still have to make sure they get their medication. You still have to make sure they're safe. Huh?
I said, do you have to? I'm just messing, man.
Yeah,
I'm
because
just messing,
I know what
man.
you. Yeah. You know me. I'm on this tangent right now. I'm
Boy,
Stokely Carmichael on him right now.
Boy, he done went in on me, y'all. He
You
done
know?
went in. I just had a simple subject.
Yeah. So you can't sit there and
he's
say,
ready.
I
said he
don't
was
feel
hyped.
like getting this guy his medication or making sure he's safe when he goes to the bathroom because he's a what they call it, a SO or something like that.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna let him go, getting hurt. That's my job to do that. That's what I get paid to do.
Well,
You know?
pay you more to let it go.
I ain't messing with you, man.
He done just, y'all, he
I ain't messing with you.
he done went all the way in on that shit. He was like, "Yo, ain't no looting."
Yeah,
You
you know what
suck-
I'm
you
saying?
sucking
No,
on-
I'm not saying there isn't any
There ain't
looting.
no
I'm
looting.
saying that it's not this thing. I don't think there's just big
They
national.
ain't nothing. They ain't clear no
Nope.
shelves.
I don't think that's this
They ain't
big
clear no
national way.
shelves.
Yeah, yo.
I'm gonna show
don't
them, find
believe
some
that.
video, and I'm gonna show them shelves.
I'm not saying there isn't looting going on. It doesn't happen from time to time, but I just don't think there's this big crime wave going on. I just don't.
Crime wave, economy is
We've all, and number one, and to that point, we've always had crime. When has there not been a period of crime?
Gotham City. Finally get my little
See,
words out. He
I
finally
call
got
that
tired.
I call that fear mongering.
He finally got tired talking. I can get my
It's
words
an
out.
election year, fear mongering.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Shit's going down.
Hey,
Shit's going down.
don't forget the '94 crime bill. All right.
Yeah.
So made people think that there was just super predators in the hood. Oh, and by the way, they're only in the hood. They're only, only black people that are super predators.
Yeah.
And the
We're
result
super
of that
people.
was. The result of that, well, I know you're trying to joke, but I'm serious right now.
That's why the light's still on you. So-
This ominous voice in the dark that I'm talking to.
yeah, that's right. They
Like
know
I'm talking to
They know
myself.
who it is. They know
Like,
it's,
who the fuck is he talking
They
to?
know it's Rayshawn, the ghost of Rayshawn, the spirits.
So a result of that was what? The mass incarceration. And now people are, 25 years later, after lives have been destroyed for, a 2 cents worth of weed in your pocket.
Oh, man, and now you can
Now
walk
people
around
are
with
talking
a-
about, it was wrong. I signed the crime bill. I signed that bill, but I didn't know that it would have such an impact.
Yeah, it is.
I
Yeah,
think
they
it's
did.
that all over again. Whenever the economy is starting to kind of be bad,
So what's the deal? I said that
people
when
are
it first-
coming up with all these things like whatever. And I really need to make this point. And I know a lot of people would disagree with me. People are applying for police departments in droves and lines.
Oh yes.
They don't have enough positions for the people that are applying.
They got.
With these, right? So what these jurisdictions and towns and cities are faced with is their budgets. The budgets, maybe they can't hire so many. Like for example, there's so many cops per capita of citizens, right? Whatever their formula is, and they can't hire that many because they just don't have the budget for it.
Okay.
You got to think about a city, a town, or a jurisdiction's budget. Now, they'll turn around and get in front of the news and say, oh, well, nobody's applying. Oh, well, people just don't want to be police officers. But your budget dictates what city employees or government employees you're going to hire.
Right.
And who you might have to let go sometimes. That's what impacts a city when you talk about the economy. If it's not getting enough revenue in the city, it's not getting enough taxes, people are losing their jobs, they can't pay taxes. They're losing their homes, they can't pay property taxes. It's just as basic as that for me. Now, I know it's a little more complex for other people, and I'm going on and on. I'm sorry, my brother. You go ahead.
Carry on, man. Yeah, he all on the tangent. I mean, we almost out of time, but so you go ahead and finish.
And
that
another
thought.
thing.
So you might as well just go ahead and finish.
And another
had
thing.
something else, but
Well, you're already in the dark, so I mean,
didn't know it was gonna be such prime time.
And we were supposed to talk about something else. This week.
we was gonna
About,
talk about shit we worry about in the 20s versus the 40s, 50s. We were gonna talk about that. We was gonna talk a little bit more about I think Neon Dion. We was gonna talk about a few things.
Well, we can hit it real quick. Let's move
No, I
on.
ain't got
Let's
time,
move on.
man. We ain't enough
Okay,
time,
let's
man.
move
Really
on,
ain't
man.
enough time.
Okay,
man.
all right.
You can go ahead and finish your. Yeah, go ahead and finish.
No, you go ahead. No, because I know what
Brother
you're gonna do.
Shabazz.
You give him a chance
Well,
to
I
tell shit
I can't do
about
nothing in the dark. I can't do. I'm just go ahead and sip my little drink. I can't do nothing in the
I
dark.
think you wanted to be in dark because I offered to shed a light with you.
I just wanted the world to know. Remember, you said that light was gonna go out quickly.
No,
I just
said
wanted the
they
world to
were
know.
gonna go out.
That shit's
I don't
shining
know why
still.
that one. They both.
Look, I don't know
you know
why
what it is, though?
that light is shining.
No,
the
but I'll
other
tell you
ain't.
though. You
What?
know when you buy these batteries though, some batteries.
Y'all see the eyeballs.
Yeah, some batteries don't. All batteries are not manufactured the same. I'm just saying. Your battery is defective. All right, send it back.
Sounds like looting to me, buddy. Sounds like looting to me.
Anyway, we were supposed to be talking about the leader of the Proud Boys a couple weeks ago. You said, but we'll say that for next
Yeah,
week.
we got to now, man.
Yeah. How much time we got left?
In like 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay.
You
Please,
next.
please, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. What you got for them?
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, send something
Why
to
do you
our
always
PayPal.
repeat what I say?
Because
I'm
I
just-
can. Because I'm grown.
Because it's America. Go ahead.
Because I'm in the dark and I need somebody to repeat it so that they can send some money so we can get some lights working here. Got me all in the dark. He said, so this is a prime example of what's going to happen with combustion engines and electric cars. You see how this shit? We went wireless. We went wireless
told you,
today.
man. Everybody,
So you got your gas car. You gonna trade that shit in, and then you gonna be driving, and it's gonna be dark like this.
And there ain't gonna be no place
ain't
for you
gonna
to
be
go to refill.
You just gonna be stuck like this in the dark. So I'm just trying to give y'all warning over here. Just trying to give y'all warning. Don't buy the phone. He got me all hyped about, oh, we cordless, baby. We cordless. Did you know? He was like, did you notice something? I'm like, notice. I'm looking around. Yeah, I said, oh, I see them boxes there. He's like, look on the floor. What don't you see? Oh shit, I don't see wires. It's not plugged in. Good stuff. Got me all hyped up. I'm like a little kid at Christmas.
Yeah.
Guess who in the dark?
You have a defective battery. Man.
Yeah. I got the defective battery. Y'all
Man,
remember that.
sometimes it's,
Y'all
know,
remember that. Yeah, man.
But the show must go on.
Yeah, it went on.
Darkness.
Charlie Murphy.
Who cut off the lights?
Yeah, man. My boy's going to eat me up on this one.
Just smile, man. Just smile.
am, man.
Yeah, you looking brighten up a little bit. Look, dang.
Yeah, I'm glad I got a nice smile. Look at that. Wait. No, this is a winter smile right there.
Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you have any show ideas or you have comments about what we're talking about,
If you can get us some extra batteries that ain't defective.
there you go. shaka.rayshawn@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on YouTube. I'm on Facebook
Yes.
and Instagram.
Instagram it.
Yeah.
Yeah. DM us. Yeah, ladies. DM this guy.
You know we went off soon because I still got drink.
You finished that pretty fast, though,
I
buddy.
still got drink.
He still finished that pretty fast there.
Peace out.
What we call a straw in the South. Bitch stick.
Peace out.
More when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't know what I'm about. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die.